Okay guys, so in this video, I'm going to answer one of the most frequent questions I get from my students and from people who follow my YouTube channel. And that is, how many references should I include in my essay or research paper? Your teacher is often very reluctant to give you a clear answer on this, but I'm going to have a go at it. So here's the answer. I recommend referencing twice per paragraph, and there's a few rules involved in this. One of them is reference once in the first half of the paragraph and once in the second half of the paragraph. I have a lot of students when they start out at university and they feel like they have to reference at the end of every sentence. That's not necessary, but you also should reference more than once. Sometimes if there's a reference just once at the very end of the paragraph, you don't know what that reference is covering within the paragraph. So to follow a good general rule, one reference in the first half of the paragraph and one reference at the second half of the paragraph gives you a well-balanced profile of different references throughout the essay. Another thing that you might want to try to do is have a different source for those two references. So if in the first half of the paragraph you reference someone named Smith, in the second half of the paragraph, don't reference Smith again, reference maybe someone named Jones. This will make sure that your teacher knows you've read multiple sources when trying to find out information for that point that you're writing about in the paragraph. Okay, so that brings us to how many sources you should have overall in the essay. Here's my general guide. Go for about 8 sources per 1,000 words. So if you've got a 1,000 word essay, in the reference list at the bottom, there should be around about 8 sources listed. If it's a 2,000 word essay, I'm looking for around about 16 sources listed. That's obviously just a rule of thumb, so it doesn't have to be exactly accurate. Usually the more the better, but that's a good rule to follow. Now you may want to reference the one source multiple times. So for example, that Smith source that we mentioned earlier, you might want to reference them in paragraph 3, but also paragraph 5, and then maybe paragraph 10 as well. That's okay, but one thing I would warn is don't reference the same source in every single paragraph. You really need to show your teacher that you've used a lot of different sources when gathering information. So reference them a few times throughout the essay, perfectly okay, but not all the time. Keep a diversity of citations to really show that you've done a lot of good research whilst writing your essay or research paper. Okay, I hope that was really helpful. Those are some of my best tips for making sure that you've got a well-rounded research paper that you can submit and get a really good mark on. So let me know in the discussion whether or not you did find that helpful. Make sure you like this video and subscribe for more videos on this mini series on how to conduct research at university, where I give a lot more tips and tricks just like this one.